This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Going balls out in the lumberyard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 178. My name's Adam Patterson. With me today, Kevin Rakestraw. How you doing, Kevin?
Doing pretty good.
Also joined by Ryan Holes. How are you?
Alright.
What movie did we have you watch this week?
Hitman.
Hitman. Picked this in honor of Hitman Agent 47 coming out. I have a synopsis here. A gun for hire known only as Agent 47, hired by a group known only as the Organization, is ensnared in a political conspiracy which finds him pursued by both Interpol and the Russian military as he treks across Russia and Eastern Europe. This came out in 2007. It's directed by Xavier Gens. Stars Timothy Oliphant. Let's see who else is in this. Dougray Scott. Olga Kurylenko. Ryan, why don't you tell us a little bit about Hitman?
Well, basically, when the Hitman is a child, he's in an orphanage that is in a remote location, and all the boys there are given names. They're just trained to handle firearms and fighting, and they do straight training. And they're raised to eventually be hitmen, and one of them is ordered to kill a Russian guy, and at the last minute his boss, or not his boss, the lady that gives him instructions, tells him that they want it's very public, and they want everyone to know about it. And he can't figure out why. But he says okay. And he goes and kills this Russian guy. Or supposedly goes and kills him. And the lady that gives him instructions calls him back and tells him that his girlfriend witnessed everything, and she has to be dealt with now. And he travels to Russia and gets to kill her. And on the street, he reveals himself, and she doesn't give him a second look, like she never saw him before. And then all of a sudden, the guy right beside him gets sniped by somebody else, and he finally figures out that they're trying to kill him now because he is the best of what he does. And
The orphan hitman.
so he goes into another part of Russia looking for this trophy of what's happening, and finally finds out that this Russian guy has body doubles, and they wanted to be public because they wanted to kill whoever killed the original guy. So the hitman goes to this Russian guy's brother, he kills him. It helps to draw him out in the brother's funeral. And he does that, and he eventually kills everyone and kidnaps a bad guy and tells him that if he doesn't order the hit on this real Russian guy, that he will die in this bathtub.
Wait, what? He'll die in his bathtub?
He's in a bathtub, and he is, I forget, I think it's like 30,000 volts. Will electrocute this water if he doesn't order this killing by a certain time.
Damn. Dying in bathtubs.
So they order the killing, and they break the bulletproof glass in front of this guy while he's speaking at the funeral. and the hitman corrals him into another room and eventually shoots him in the face. And Interpol leads him basically right out the door because they arrest him. And maybe a mile down the road, the Interpol cars are taken over and stopped. All these people from the apparent CIA get out and they rescue that man. There's also a side love story, which really doesn't mean that much to the movie, but it made me love the girl. And the hitman buys her a vineyard at the end of the movie.
Okay.
Buys her a whole
That's
vineyard, an entire vineyard.
So wait, the hitman buys her a vineyard?
Yes.
Okay.
Because apparently she was one woman when she was a child.
I know that's what I wanted when I was a child, was a vineyard.
I've always wanted a vineyard.
Now, Ryan, what did you think about this movie?
I thought it was okay. It entertained me a
No.
lot. I've seen it before, and I always wonder why everyone hates on this movie.
Eh,
Because I didn't think it was that bad. I thought maybe there are a few minor details that could have been different, but as a whole, it wasn't that terrible, I didn't think.
honestly, I saw this in the theater. Now, I haven't seen it since then, but I remember when I saw it in the theater, I didn't think it was a good movie by any stretch, but I didn't hate it like everybody did. Now, this has a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. I thought that it was just kind of a generic action movie. I mean, it wasn't anything special, it wasn't horrible. I remember there were some kind of stupid, the whole love story angle was stupid, but
Yeah.
because I mean the whole point of his character is that he's supposed to be this kind of emotionless killer. When they get these kids in at a young age, they sculpt them to be remorseless and emotionless. So the fact that he has so much emotion, I mean, in this movie, it's kind of goes against that whole thing.
Well, I'm reading here that one of the things that people have problems with, which is usually something that Ryan struggles with, is a confusing plot. Did you find the plot confusing, Ryan?
Maybe the first time I saw it, but I don't remember that. But I've seen it so much now that I know. I pretty much know everything.
Yeah, it seemed like you have a handle on what happened.
Now I'm curious do you know how many times you've seen Hitman?
Probably 10.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh my god.
This is one of those movies that used to always be on TV.
Wow.
I'd watch it. I mean, I think the Hitman kicks a lot of ass. And, Timothy Olyphant's cool as fuck.
I think he's a good choice for Hitman. Now, the only thing I remember from this was there was one scene, I believe, in a subway car when he fights a bunch of dudes in a subway car.
Yeah.
I remember that being really badass.
All the big time fighting scenes were really cool, I thought.
Now, you were, if I'm not mistaken, a fan of the game series, right?
Yes.
So this is, for those of you that don't know, this is based off of a video game series. And I haven't played all of the Hitman games, but the ones that I played were pretty decent. I remember
they only had one hit at the game in this whole movie. That was kind of weird.
Oh yeah, wasn't there a scene in the movie where you see somebody playing the Hitman game?
Yeah.
Clever.
There's also some callbacks to specific camera shots, like the way that certain camera shots look in the movie look like how they do in the game. Like when he's, if I remember correctly, there's a scene where he's like walking down a hallway in like a hotel or another building, and the way that the camera is fixed, it looks like it's a third person style action game, like the game was. It wasn't egregious like House of the Dead or Doom at the end, but you know, there's some fun little fan servicey type things in there. But overall, though, I felt like the movie didn't have much of the same feel as the game. The game's kind of focuses on stealth. You know, it's all about him, or it's all about you as the player taking control of Agent 47 and infiltrating like high security areas and choking people out with your little piano wire thing, and then stealing their clothes and trying to blend in.
That was another thing that really got me. There's no real, like, Garrett, I don't know, Garrett, the string thing.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't in this.
Yeah.
Unless I completely missed it that time.
Yeah, I don't remember it being in there. I know it's in the new one. In the trailer for the new one, there's a scene where they show him busting it out. And that's like a big thing, you know. I don't understand why. I guess they wanted to make it more of like a big action blockbuster instead of like a kind of smaller scale stealth movie.
But that just doesn't make... If that's what the game is...
Right, exactly.
Like, pick a different game.
And see, and that's the thing. That game is perfect. It's a perfect property to turn into a film. You know, there's a number of games that I think would work perfectly as movies, and Hitman's definitely one of them. But it just, I feel like the movie's just kind of ridiculous. So.
I've never even played the game.
You'd probably like the game. They're fun. They haven't made any for a while. What was the last one? Absolution? Hitman Absolution?
Yeah.
And I remember that one. I didn't own it, but I remember playing it. I think I played it at your apartment, actually, Ryan. And I remember it being pretty fun.
I love this game.
There is a new Hitman game coming out. I don't know anything about it, but apparently it's going to be kind of like open world and like massively multiplayer or something. Yeah.
It's just going to be a bunch of people running around choking each other out.
I think so. I hope so.
That's what I thought, the first thing I thought of.
Let's go ahead and talk about the director, Xavier Gens. Probably not pronouncing that correctly. I apologize. He's a French filmmaker. One of the movies that he directed that I loved was Frontiers, which was a horror film that came out back in 2007.
Yeah, all right.
I loved that movie. I thought that was like, at the time, this was around the time when French horror films started making there's a little boom. I think it's around the same time that like High Tension came out.
Yeah.
And there are all these really gory French horror movies that were starting to come out. And this one I just thought was so excellent. And it's actually one of my favorite on my top 100 horror list. It's definitely on there. So he also did The Divide, which I did not like at all. It was like a post-apocalyptic sci-fi horror movie about a bunch of people stuck in a fallout shelter. And guess what happens? They turn on each other.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of I think there was like some raping in that movie that really rubbed me the wrong way, the way that they handled it.
Yeah.
He also did a segment on the ABCs of Death. He did X's for XXL. I cannot remember that segment. Let's see what else that's pretty much it. He did a couple episodes of a TV series called Crossing Lines. I'm not really sure what that is.
Isn't that where they like talked to or communicate dead people?
No.
I don't know. I'm not positive.
No, it's a special crime unit investigates serialized crimes that cross over European borders and to hunt down criminals to bring them to justice. A global FBI is born.
Oh shit. Global FBI.
William Fichtner's in it.
So I was pretty close then.
I bet you William Fichtner might be a little dirty.
He seems like a guy that would be.
He usually plays one of those double crossers. He's the one that's going to bring down the new international FBI. I like how they kept with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Like,
isn't the International FBI. Wouldn't that just be Interpol? Isn't Interpol kind of like
Interpol's only Europe, isn't it?
Yeah, but this takes place in Europe. The show takes place in Europe, so
Okay.
doesn't it seem like it would just be Interpol?
Yeah, because it seems kind of weird to be like International Federal
Yeah, that's
Bureau of Investigation.
contradicts itself.
Well, they're new. They'll get the names
They'll get
it worked
the
out.
titles worked out. So yeah,
I think there's actually 3 episodes where that's all they do. It's just boardroom meetings, coming up with names,
just figuring out
just
names.
workshopping names,
brainstorm sessions.
Yeah, first 3 episodes.
Yeah, so I don't really know what to say about this director. He's got at least one movie that I liked a lot, and that's pretty much it for me. I take it you guys haven't seen any of his other stuff?
No.
I think you'd both like Frontiers.
I do want to check out Frontiers.
It's so crazy, and it's probably one of the goriest horror movies I've seen in recent memory. It's really, really gory.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That should be fun.
So, any final thoughts on the 2007 Hitman before we give your drum roll here, Ryan?
At least Antoine Fuqua didn't fuck this up.
That is true.
Are you gonna say that for every movie that's not directed by Antoine?
No, but it's one of the rare video game movies I like that also was not directed by him.
Actually, yeah, that actually brings up a point that I wanted to touch on. Where does this stack in relation to other video game adaptations for you?
Name some.
I mentioned House of the Dead, but I know that did you see House of the Dead?
Yeah, but it wasn't that good. I mean, it was gory as shit.
So there's House of the Dead, Alone in the Dark, Doom, Far Cry. Basically, I'm just listing off all Uwe Boll movies at this point. Blood Rain, Silent Hill.
Silent Hill I kind of like, but that's also because me and you went to that place.
I actually liked Silent Hill, the movie. I didn't see the second one. I heard it was bad, but I like the first one quite a bit, actually, as far as video game adaptations go. There's also the Tomb Raider movies.
I don't like any of them.
Don't like any of the Tomb Raiders?
No. I don't like Angelina Jolie.
They have
when I say I don't like her, I mean I don't want to look at her for more than like 5 seconds.
Okay. Unless you're doing.
I thought you were gonna clear it up to be like,
yeah, that's what I thought.
This isn't based on looks or anything, but no, you went out of your way to say that it was based solely on looks.
Well,
it's the exact opposite of what most people say.
Wow.
I don't like anything about her.
Yikes. Okay. Yeah, there has yet to be a really good video game movie out there. I mean, if you want to count like Wreck-It Ralph, but just talking about straight up adaptations, I can't think of many that were actually that I would consider to be good. And I think
Resident Evil, they're all I like the first one a little bit.
I did not. I didn't like any of the Resident Evil movies. None of them. Not a single one.
I slightly enjoyed the first Silent Hill.
Mortal Kombat.
I thought that was pretty creepy.
That Mortal Kombat's the shit because I saw that when I was little.
I think we rewatched that when you were visiting when I lived in Florida, and we rewatched it, and it was a bunch of us, and we realized how absolutely horrible it was.
Yes.
It looks so bad. Just everything about that movie looks terrible now. And of course, there's Street Fighter, Double Dragon. Those were all pretty bad. Super Mario Brothers, terrible. I think that on the horizon, there are some promising ones. I think the Warcraft movie could be good with Duncan Jones directing it.
That could be good.
I think that has promise. I think that the Assassin's Creed movie with Michael Fassbender has promise.
I hope so.
It's all about that.
I have very high hopes for that one. I have a feeling that they're not gonna screw that one up, but I don't know. As far as other like newer video game movies. I can't think of any other than those two I just mentioned. A Minecraft movie, but who knows what that's gonna be like. Probably awful. Oh, that's right. What's his name from Always Sunny's directing it?
Yeah, that's right.
Mac. That could be
good.
funny. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
It's not a direct adaptation, but the Ready Player One, Steven Spielberg adaptation from the book, that I'm really excited for, because actually I just now finished the book. A little late to the game on that one, but I'm really excited for that. As long as they can get all the licenses, because the book is so packed full of pop culture references, it's insane. So I don't know how they're gonna make a movie out of it, but
They're gonna be able to pull that off.
some of the
I mean, you got Spielberg.
yeah, that's definitely promising that they got Spielberg, because I'm pretty sure he could get whatever licenses or permission that he asked for at this point.
I think it's a rule
I think
that
so.
you have to comply with whatever he
Well,
says.
wouldn't you? I mean, anything. If Steven Spielberg texted me and was like, "Hey, I need you to drink your own piss," I'd probably feel obligated to do it.
I don't want to do that, but it is Spielberg. I guess I'll do it.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and give you a drum roll on this bad boy, Ryan. What do you give Hitman?
I'm gonna give it a 6.
That's a 6 out of 10. Strong rating for Hitman.
Whoa.
That's what you.
Hitman is the one who does
Like I
it.
said, I know a lot of people hated this, but I did not.
So you took our advice from last week that you're not going to care what other people think.
No.
Oh, so what?
If I want to give it a score based on how much I individually like it,
Yeah.
it'd probably be like a 9 or a 10.
Damn.
Because I like me a lot.
Now the truth comes out.
Holy shit. Ryan's favorite movie is Hitman.
And
Finally, we're getting to
but
something
it's
here.
a man crush on him and the elephant.
Fucking shut it down. Time to retire. Ryan watches a movie is over. We did it.
Oh man, I really wish he would have came out of the gate with a 10 on that, because that would have been amazing.
It would have been unbelievable.
So,
Holy shit.
because you hold that one in such high regard, are you excited for the new one, Hitman Agent 47?
I kind of am. And I also enjoy that it's rated R. So they'll be able to get away with,
Oh yeah,
Hitman type stuff.
I saw a Red Band trailer for this, and it is over the top. Like, there's people flying into freaking jet engines and getting splattered all over the place.
Good lord.
Yeah, so they're definitely gonna take the violence level up to 11 in this one.
They're going for it, huh? Really capturing the essence of the game.
Giant explosions.
Cause you remember how many times you had to push guys into jet engines? You had to do that shit all the time. You'd choke them out, and then you would have to swing them around and throw them into a jet engine.
I think there might have been a part in one of the games where you had to toss a guy into a jet engine, actually.
Really?
I think so, unless I'm thinking of a different game, but there was it wasn't an actual jet, it was just the engine part that was parked in a hangar. It was hanging, and you can turn it on, and it sucks the guy in.
The last one?
I don't remember. I don't even know if it was that game, but I know it happened in a game because I remember doing it.
You have a distinct memory of putting a guy into a jet engine.
Well, it's not something you forget.
It's true. It's true.
So the new one does not bring back Timothy Oliphant, sadly, Ryan. It's Rupert Friend.
Oh yeah, that's right. He kind of looks like a hitman, like the video game character. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with him. I like that dude, and I'm okay with him being Agent 47. I mean, that character is kind of a blank slate anyway, so you can kind of just do whatever as long as he's bald and has the barcode on his back or on the back of his neck and wears the suit with the red tie.
There's not much work to do with that character.
No.
That's what I'm gonna be for Halloween this year. I'm gonna be a wheelchair hitman.
Oh, I like it. I like the idea.
Don't even think that they're going to be assassinated by a guy in a wheelchair.
Exactly.
Unless he's undercover.
Well, if you scan, like, you think someone's out to kill you and you're scanning around, you're just going to completely gloss over the guy in the wheelchair. You're not even going to think about it.
Until I get to strangle him with piano wire and strangle myself.
You get it tangled up in your hands and then end up killing yourself. I can see that happening. Yeah, I don't know what to think about this one. I have a feeling that it's going to be received very poorly by critics.
But yeah, yes.
The trailers make it look pretty fun. Now, as far as story and all of that, I don't know. I'm not so sure. Because it always seems like it's the same thing. It's like, oh, the hitman has become the target. Like his own organization's trying to kill him, or somebody else is trying to kill him.
That's a lot of movies, really.
And I'm not saying that this is the plot of the new one, but that's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Should be...
The director of the new Hitman, this is his first movie. This is his first directing gig.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I don't know what that means. I don't know if maybe he's coming from commercials, but it's his only credit on IMDb.
As long as it's not the same director as the Fantastic Four.
Josh Trank.
They have a step up on it.
What?
Do you get to see the new Fantastic Four?
No, but that's because I'm pretty sure it's on theaters.
No.
So how do you know it's not good?
Because I've not heard one person that said it is good.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, apparently the new Fantastic Four is garbage, but apparently that has a lot to do with studio involvement. Don't know if that's true or not, but
who knows?
I heard that.
Well, the whole story, when he told me it's about a blogger, that just made me lose interest.
Well, I don't know if they kept that in there either. So I don't know what's up with that movie. I didn't see it, so. All right. Any final thoughts on the Hitman movies?
No.
I think that this is probably the new one, where I doubt that it's necessary to see the first one. It doesn't seem like this is a sequel of any sort. It seems like it's just a standalone thing.
It's just a reboot.
Which, in movies like this, I don't think that's a big deal.
No, because there's not like a really important, great story going on here.
It's like James Bond. You could make a separate movie with each case that he does, or each foe that he has to deal with, or whatever, So,
Always dealing with those foes.
Always dealing with foes, man. Jeez. All right, well, I think that's going to wrap it up for the week. Send us your questions to podcast@filmpulse.net. Follow us on Twitter @FilmPulseNet, @FilmPulseKevin, and @MyLegsDon'tWork. And take a look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/FilmPulse. And consider subscribing for as little as $1 per month. And thank you to all the new subscribers and subscribers on our SoundCloud, too. That's been working out nicely. So take a look at us on SoundCloud. SoundCloud.com/FilmPulse. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you on Monday.
See you later.